So I realize I haven't posted a video in a while. This has nothing to do with like my lacking content, or I know my content's not great, but I just kind of have been busy. I've been collaborating with my roommate, like the old roommate whom I had issues with. He has moved out, thankfully, and I've been collaborating with my other roommate, my new roommate. Doing more funny videos. Like his channel is all pure fun and games. He's actually trying to be a more successful YouTuber. Like I just really do this to help others. For whoever watches, I get maybe a couple of people who are new viewers who watch my videos, and they get a little insight into what it's like to have schizophrenia as well as complex post-traumatic stress disorder. So I will link that YouTuber's channel in my video. All the same, this video I want to talk about radical acceptance. Now, like, I know, like, a lot of things have happened to me. Like, I know, being from the family that I was, I have sort of an issue with perfection, and I can't change that. The fact that I have a problem with always trying to be perfect and not feeling validation within myself, even though really all we need is validation from God, however you see Him. But yeah, so like obviously my parents were very controlling. I moved out September 10th, 2019. It was very difficult to process. A lot of people thought as soon as I moved out I would start feeling better, but it took a very long time to process. I think I'm finally on the upswing, finally starting to get a little bit back, a little happier. Yeah, but all the same, I can't change, the fact that they were controlling. I know in my heart they loved me and did the best job they knew how to do, but they did not know how to raise somebody with disabilities. So they pretty much made all the choices for me. Like even like things I ate, they had to say, "Oh, you're not eating enough," or "You're not eating enough. Eat more." Even if I wasn't hungry. So pretty much I just had to do everything they did. Even another thing I had was I actually had a curfew of 6 p.m. So one time I was in the bus, it was 6:15 p.m. and my mom called and said, "How come you're not home?" And let's just say everybody in the bus started laughing at me. I was I think 33 at the time, and it's just like like nobody has a curfew of that, and it was just really kind of embarrassing having everybody laugh at me. But that is the past, and I'm trying to work my way through it, working to forgive my parents. And I have mentioned in previous videos, obviously, Good Life Fitness, that trainer did take advantage of me by sort of pretending to be my friend. The second, when I tried to cancel due to medical reasons, he started gossiping bad stuff about me, and, he just started treating me very differently, and I did complain to the office, and I have received a copy of the contract. Like, I have 25 sessions remaining, but I quit Good Life Fitness because I just couldn't handle that person. I just felt it was bad for my health, and I don't want to re-sign with Good Life Fitness because of how terrible their customer service is, as well as the fact that it is very costly. Like, it's definitely not worth it, and gyms are closed for a while. But all the same, that was like a 16th grand that I spent on personal training. Now, I'll admit the first 8 time it was okay, but the second time when I did it, the trainer was not really into me at all, and it is very difficult. Like, I do have trouble accepting the fact that I trusted him so much. But all the same, the term that I'm using is used to sort of just accept the fact that all this has happened, and I have to move on and forgive them. It's called radical acceptance. Now, what I do for radical acceptance is, what I've been doing is sort of writing a gratitude journal. So I write things like things down. Like in a previous video called, I believe I used the wrong word, but because I had incongruencies with a different mind. I talked about having a gratitude journal and how my mind, since it processes so much at once, because it is, with this mind with schizophrenia, is very different from most minds. You process so much information at once. I did talk about how my mind will see a negative to that. Now, what I have to try to do is try to turn that negative into positive. So also I've purchase sticky notes, and what I do is, like, for example, I will say I'll write down on one, "I am embarrassed of my gut." Like, I have a lot of cortisol. I have a problems with high cortisol. They actually think I might have Cushing's disease. So which just means you have a gut no matter what body fat percentage you're at. You can be 5% body fat and still have a gut. But so I write down, I might write down, like, "I am embarrassed of my gut," and then on a separate note, just sticky note, I'll write, I will try my best to lose whatever gut I can, and I will love myself in spite of that gut. And then say I allowed somebody to take advantage of me financially, and I will write on a separate sticky note, I will learn from this mistake, and I will trust in God that He will teach me. And I know, like, one thing is, like, I do have a lot of faith in God, and what I sort of feel is, I will hurt for only as long as I need to, and that eventually all the hurt, I will not hurt anymore. Once I have learned my lesson and not needing to, like, I have repeatedly made the lesson of being taken advantage of financially, and like, say I've lent money and people haven't paid back. It's happened, and it's just, I can't change it. I can't change people. Like, they make it right in their own mind. They're like, oh, I don't think this person needs the money as much as anybody, but like, I can't say that they don't need the money more than me or anything like that, because it's just wrong. You can never tell how the other person's feeling. Like, everybody is feeling something. Like, everybody's going through something. Like, for example, somebody whom I sort of knew through a friend, like, his wife actually passed away, and he's a young guy. He's like the same age as me, but like, he's a few months younger than me. And his wife's passed away, and he's having to live with this, and yeah, it's just it's obviously difficult for him, and I can't imagine how that must feel, because I've never really been close with family members. Like, I did have an uncle die of COVID, but I didn't really know him. I've only met him once, and I never really talked to him again. And yeah, but all the same, radical acceptance is something that it doesn't happen overnight. You have to work on it. Like, every single day you have to. Every single day I write in a gratitude journal. Every single day I write in a sticky note, and I sort of post it on my bulletin board, and I will eventually forgive all people who have hurt me. And even when my church has several days of the week, sort of a prayer time, and every time that I'm able to join, I do pray that I am able to forgive anybody who has hurt me. So anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll talk to you soon.